Hello everybody and welcome to part 2 of the Multiverse Make a Card tutorial. This time we're just going to make a simple spell, and the spell we're going to make is Dramatic Rescue. And when I say spell, I mean sorcery spell and instant spells, except sorceries and instants in this engine are actually the same thing. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Now last time we made Watchwolf, which is a spell, but you don't have to program it to do anything, because it's a permanent spell. The game just puts it into play when it resolves. We didn't have to do any of that. When you want to make a spell that does something, then you've got to put it in the card script. So let's get right into it. We're going to go ahead and copy our blank template thing, rename it Dramatic Rescue, and we're going to open it. Notepad++, no. Okay, so Dramatic Rescue. The Multiverse ID is 253544. Monocost white, blue. Types, Sorcery. Instant is not a card type, it's a super type that also lets you not put flash on creatures. So anything that was an instant in Paper Magic is now an instant sorcery. And any creatures that had flash are now instant creatures. So we're going to go over here, subtypes, still just a sorcery. And you can put any super type just in this general section. Remember, these are initialization files, so instant equals true. You can also do legendary equals true, basic equals true, any super type. So I think that's all we need for Dramatic Rescue. Alright, so how do we define what it does? This ability right here, return target creature to its owner's hand, you gain 2 life. Well, we define abilities by making a new section. We have the general section at the top, which is the basic card stats. Then we have an ability section, ability 0. All of your abilities need to follow this naming convention. We need to do ability 0. If we make another one, it's going to be ability 1, and so on. But this card's only going to have one ability. So type equals abil spell. There are different types of abilities. Abil spell, as you may guess, is a spell ability. It's the abilities that instants and sorceries have. There's abil trig for triggered abilities, abil activated for activated, and there's a couple other ones. But most of the ones you'll end up making are activated, triggered, or spell. So I'm just going to do the rules text now. Rules text is what will show up on the card. Target creature to its owner's hand, you gain 2 life. Alright, so how do we tell the game what this card's supposed to do? You can put any of the ability variables in any order you like. Okay, there's no specific order. You can even do it up here, like you don't even have to have the name be the first thing. So we're going to do this in whatever order seems logical. The first thing you do when you cast a targeted spell is you pick a target. So you can tell the game what kind of target you want it to pick with target, rec, and then a number. It starts at 0 for every other target you want. You go to 1, then you go to 2, etc. So target rec 0, because we're only going to have one target. This one is just is creature target. So for target requirements, what you're going to have is a Boolean function, and you're going to put the word target in uppercase, and what the game will do is when you cast this, it'll ask you to pick a target. Anything you click on, the word target will be replaced with whatever you clicked on, and then it will check this statement. Okay, so if I click on like grizzly bears, right? When it comes down to the target requirements, the game will say, okay, we're going to replace target with grizzly bears. Is grizzly bears a creature? And most likely it'll say yes. So that's how target requirements work. If you want to make a target requirement that has multiple requirements, you would put and parentheses, and then you just list, so is creature, maybe you want it to be black, so is color target black, or something like that. Okay, you get the idea, but I'm not going to do that. We're just going to target creatures. Alright, so only one target for this one. Now we're going to do the effects. The effects are what happen when the spell resolves. So effect 0, same naming convention, start at 0 and you go up. So the first thing this does move something from battlefield to hand. Okay, so that's zone change. This is probably the most common script you'll ever use, except maybe get var. Zone change, target 0. When you put target and then a number in all caps, it'll just replace it with that thing. So target 0, replace it with whatever the first target is on this ability. You can do the same thing with effect 0. So if I wanted to reveal the card, it's effect 1. If I wanted to reveal the card, I would just say reveal effect 0. And you can actually do that. But we're not going to do that for this card. So zone change, target 0, battlefield, hand. That's all. It just means whatever you target goes from battlefield to hand. Effect 1, life change. You can look all these actions up. The zone change, life change, even the conditionals like is creature. They're all in the documentation under actions. So life change. The first parameter is who gets life. So get var self. If uppercase self means this ability, so whoever controls this ability. And controller is the variable we want. 2. So the controller of this spell is going to gain 2 life. And then stack text, you don't, forget it. So this should be functional. Let's put stack text anyway. Stack text equals return target, so I need the name. Var target 0 name to its owner's hand. Get var self controller name. Oops, I need one more. Gains 2 life. So that's what it's going to show when the spell's on the stack. Now I think we can just put this in. I don't think I messed anything up. Let's go to our decks. Test. I was messing with stuff. Don't worry about it. Now we're going to put, let's see, 5 dramatic rescue and, whoops, dramatic. And we're going to put 5 Mog War Marshal. Because I want to do this on the regular thing, Mog War Marshal, and I want to do it on one of his tokens. So we're just going to test it real quick. I can get rid of this. Alright, start. Pre-main. Alright, so play our test lands, play a Mog War Marshal. Alright, so when I cast Dramatic Rescue on this, see, I can try to click a land, it won't do anything. I can try to click myself, it won't do anything. It'll only work if you click on a creature. And pick some mana. So Mog War Marshal is going to go to my hand. And he did. And now, let's Dramatic Rescue the token. And also I gain 2 life, I'm at 22 now. Dramatic Rescue the token, it just disappears because it's a token, but I still gain 2 life. Alright, so our Dramatic Rescue works. Part 3, we're going to extend this. Instead of doing spell abilities, we're going to do activated and triggered abilities